Let's talk about databases. Welcome back to episode 5 of the Dev Diaries. This is a series where I'm tracking the progress of me building my own personal apps. I'm trying to get to a stage where I'm building apps every single month. So this month we're going to be focusing on Jude, the best calorie tracking app you'll ever find. Now you're probably thinking, what makes it different from all the other ones? Everything. Well, not everything, just the interface and how you use it. It's warm and there's an emphasis on how easy it is to use, so it keeps you using it consistently and helps you stick to your diet. Now if you watched the previous episode, you'll know I added the biggest feature of the app, the scanning functionality. We added barcode scanning and image scanning. Obviously this is hugely important because you need to be able to scan the food or the barcode in order to log your food. That went super well and I'm very happy with it. Now the next step was to add the database, because so far we've built this app using mock data. We've developed everything around a fake database that we set up. Now this was a decision made by me because I usually build a database and then I build the app. But I wanted to switch it. I wanted to build a database once I'm very happy with the front end and how it works. So that's what this week was spent on. Tweaking bugs here and there, but mainly building the database, the authentication and everything. So the app would be in a position where I can actually use it regularly and not have to worry about the data getting wiped out whenever I refresh the app. Now, when it comes to databases, you have a lot of choices, right? You've got supabase, you've got Firebase, you've got Mongo, you've got so many different things. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm trying to build this in a month, right? I wanna have this on test flight by the end of this month, so we've probably got like 5 or 6 days left. Essentially, the deadline for this app to be usable and on test flight is the 31st of March. That's my goal I'm aiming for. And I'm telling you now, you're not gonna get to that deadline by debating which database to use and the pros and cons and everything and just taking days to decide what you're gonna pick. For me, it was pretty straightforward. I went with supabase. Simple. It's free, easy to use, the free tier is very generous, and it uses Postgres. Honestly, for Jude, I just wanted to have a relational database this time, so I kind of just went with Postgres. Easy. Now, I must say, developing the database for this and writing the tables and the policies and everything needed was really easy. And I think it's because of the approach I've done, right? So I wanted to have the approach of building everything before making the database. So when it came to me building the database, I just followed what I have in my code, the types I set up, the objects I set up, and I just kind of made a database that accommodates that. I've never spent so little time developing a database. So once the database was done, it was time to create the login page along with the Apple and Google sign-in pages. The login page is kind of standard. It's got your email, you've got your password, you forgot password, and you've got your Google and your Apple sign-ins. Now I haven't set up the Google and Apple sign-ins because I just wanted to make sure the database works and everything's connected on the tables. So basically just using the email and password setup was enough for me just to test everything works, because once that works, I just need to add the Google and Apple logins and that won't really change anything. The only interesting part was connecting the onboarding to the sign-up page. Because if you remember, when you open the app for the first time, you've got 2 options. You can log in with an existing account if you already made an account, but you can also click let's go and it'll take you through the whole onboarding process that we built. And at the end of the onboarding process, I added a sign-up page. So we had to make sure we're storing the data from the onboarding, so when we're actually creating an account, we can inject it to the table. Inject it. So that took a bit of messing around. I kind of had 2 different approaches I could take with that. First approach is literally just storing all the values from the onboarding into the actual device that you're using, so like the local storage of it. And then when the user successfully confirms their email, because there will be email confirmation, then when they log in, we pass in the data that we stored to the local device into the actual database. And the second option was literally when you actually click register, it sends all the data from the onboarding straight away and stores it before you even confirmed your sign up. Now I ended up going with option 1. The reason for this is quite simple. I don't want people signing up, not confirming the email, but then having all their onboarding data stored. That doesn't make any sense to me. Your onboarding data should only be applied to you if you've actually confirmed your account and you've actually committed yourself to use the app. So that is why I went with option 1. Now once that was done, I spent the rest of the time just tweaking everything. So making sure the edit profile page is actually editing the profile and also updating the database. Making sure all entries are actually getting added to the database. Just basically running through the app again, just making sure everything's getting stored where it needs to be stored. I also removed the recommended meal that I had in my previous versions just because I want to work on that next, because I've got different ideas how I kind of want to use that. I think I'm gonna have to use some AI for that as well. So yeah, once that was done, everything was working completely fine. And we are here at the final stage of the app. The final phase. Now I'm gonna spend the next week using this app as if it's completely complete. So using it for my meals and everything, just to be the main QA tester for this. If you don't know what a QA tester is someone that tests apps or software or websites or whatever. They're called QA. Anyway, I'm gonna use it as if it's complete and I'm gonna try to see if I can catch any bugs here and there. And at the same time, I'm gonna be working on tweaking anything that needs tweaking. So for example, the recommended meal. Like I said, I've got some ideas how I wanna do that, so I'm gonna explore them and then I will be here for the final update. But once that's done, we'll be basically ready for marketing the app and creating screenshots for the App Store, testing on Android. Oh my God, I need to buy an Android device for that. But we'll essentially be at the end game. So to conclude, we have got everything set up. We've got the database set up. We've got authentication set set up, we've got the diary set up, we've got the meals page set up, the profile page, everything is linked and hooked up to the database. I've even refactored some stuff here and there. We've got some swiping animation, so when you go back a day or go forward a day, it kind of has like a nice little page flipping animation. Also tweaked the days in the calendar because I didn't like that look of it. We've now got more of a system where you can kind of just swipe back one or forward one or click on it and tweak the specific day you want to go to. But I think that's what's cool about this app. I'm noticing little things here and there and I'm just quickly tweaking and just implementing it and just adding it and just basically improving the app slowly and slowly and slowly. It's like the Japanese system, Kaizen, basically meaning continuous improvement. You're always improving it where you can. So yeah, that's been the update for this week. It's gone pretty well. I'm super psyched about it. Super happy with it as well. And we're still looking for beta testers. So I've already got 1 or 2 people that are down to test this from my close circle of friends. If anyone is keen to try this out, give me a shout, give me your email or reach out to me. I'll have you on the list of emails I have. And then when the app is ready to go, which should be in around a week or just a week and a couple of days time, you'll be able to use it. You can be the beta tester and you can let me know how it is. But yes, that has been episode 4 or episode 5. Again, I forgot, of the Dev Diaries. And let me know if you like it. Subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see you next week. Peace.